Good afternoon. I'm Professor Don Plumley. I'm the chair of the Mechanical and Biomedical Engineering Department here at Boise State University. And on behalf of the faculty and the staff, I welcome you to the Spring 2020 Mechanical Engineering Graduation Celebration. First of all, I want to welcome all of our Spring 2020 graduates, also known as the retirement class of 2060. Imagine all the amazing things that you're going to do over the next 40 or 45 years of your career. I'm really looking forward to seeing and hearing about all the accomplishments. I also want to thank and acknowledge the parents, the friends, the family, the spouses, the children that have supported each of our graduates as they've gone through this period of time in their lives and accomplished so much. Your support has been invaluable. And what a memorable class this has been. We really have an amazing set of circumstances. So back in 2016, if you think back, there was a presidential election year going on. And then there was a total solar eclipse that you went through. And now you're ending your academic career in the middle. You have an earthquake and a global pandemic and another presidential election year. So, wow, quite the set of circumstances. This class of 2020 has truly been notable in their accomplishments, as well as their resiliency and ability to overcome some of the challenges that they faced in the classroom and beyond throughout. I really want to acknowledge them. But tonight, or this afternoon, we have the wonderful presentation for you to celebrate these accomplishments. And so first, we're going to start with a short student awards presentation. And then the dean and I will share some remarks. And then we're going to recognize each of these outstanding graduates with a special commencement celebration. So I want to thank you all again for being a part of this special celebration. And now let's move on to the awards. The Mechanical and Biomedical Engineering Department faculty and staff nominate and vote on several different student awards for each graduating class. And this includes the Scholar Award, the Leadership Award, as well as the Outstanding Mechanical Engineering Award. These award winners will all receive an engraved plaque as well as a video recognition that comes along with this presentation as well. We had many different outstanding students and nominees for this set of awards. And so several have been selected for the Scholar and Leadership Award, and one will be selected for the Outstanding Mechanical Engineering Award. Our first category is the Scholar Award. And we have 4 winners for this award, and they're being recognized for consistent and outstanding performance and scholarship throughout the mechanical engineering program. And this includes performance in the classroom as well as in some of the research laboratories as undergraduate researchers. So I want to congratulate each of these Scholar Award recipients: Fred Christensen, Caitlin Cudworth, Dusty Gillenberg, and Colin Hawkins. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Fred Christensen. I'm a major in mechanical engineering, and I chose it because back where I came from, I got to see some CNC machines in operation at an open house at a local manufacturing school, and I liked it and decided I wanted to be involved in the design process for stuff like that.
just one liberty, right?
Here on G Suite Productions, we have a little display on just how we use our iPads. We start here, handwritten notes, guitar tabs, re-polling, weather sign, NFL mobile,
Colin Hawkins embraced lifelong learning and developed skills in FIRST Robotics and in the engineering and innovation living learning community to become a confident engineer. I am forever grateful for their family's support for me and for Boise State.
A professor supports the students 24/7.
When they're living with me, we're not only talking about engineering per se, we're also talking about life experiences which brought them here. This is a passion you have. Let's see what you can do to achieve your passion.
Professor Pakala, a doctor of engineering and associate professor, says the program gives the students a strong advantage because the academic work sinks in.
And they realize they can actually start looking for their careers from day one.
We've created these living and learning communities. There's 7 of them.
They serve about 200 students. We have 400 applications right now for 200 spots in those living and learning communities where students live with students of the same interests, the same majors, where there's a faculty member on the floor with them, and I think it's one of the most brilliant programs we have here.
Congratulations again to each of these Scholar Award winners. Our next category is the Leadership Award. The three winners of this award are being recognized for their participation in activities related to leadership, which is a very important aspect of developing their career. This could be activities related to student organizations and clubs, but also includes leadership in the classroom as well as in athletic activities. So I'm very proud to honor these outstanding leaders: Omar Betancourt, Samantha Schauer, Ellie Werner. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you.
In high school, I would pray for a cloud to cover the hot sun as I harvested onions. I remember looking around at older migrant farm workers who had been working the fields for most of their lives and thinking how even though they may want a different life, as a young person, I believed I could actually have a different life. My mom used to tell us, trabajar como burro y tener muy poco, mijo. I supported my family with seasonal farm work, construction jobs, and working at the sawmill while going to high school. I entered college, undecided in my major and unsure of my direction until I was assigned to tutor math as an assignment. I realized I loved teaching and mentoring. During that time, a professor noticed I was tutoring and asked me if I had considered research in graduate school. His comment about what I could be changed how I saw my future, and became more involved in clubs such as LSAMP, the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, and programs like McNair that helped me combine my interest of teaching, mentoring, and research. Class of 2020, character doesn't come overnight. It must be forged. Be grateful for your own challenges you've endured because they forged you all into relentless, tireless workers. Earning this degree, whether it's taking you 4 years or 10 or more years, is one of the many things you all have done that is evident of that. You've been studying in the libraries, hallways, and classrooms after hours, late at night, powering through with your study groups because you have that grit and discipline to succeed and have that different life for yourselves and loved ones. Hard work begets opportunities, and it is your hard work that has led you to receiving such an empowering degree. Quitting doesn't exist in our vocabulary. During my college experience, I learned the actions of even one person can lead to a string of opportunities that can give greater purpose and direction to other people's lives. Just how that professor reached out to me about graduate school. I hope you all intend to be that person for others, even during these times of uncertainty, by telling them, que sí se puede. Yes, you can.
Samantha Shore will be my first graduate student. Her excellent character and unsurmountable curiosity will help her integrate her passion of product development and engineering education. Boise State helped Samantha to achieve her dreams of becoming both a mechanical engineer and an educator. Beginning as a learning assistant during her freshman year, she spent the following 2 years working to empower students in their educational pursuits. She has since been able to transition into opportunities as an undergraduate research assistant to analyze engineering education techniques and to uncover what students find beneficial in their learning experiences. She published 3 research articles related to engineering education and is currently working on 2 more. Her research has been presented at local, regional, and at national conferences. Boise State University enhanced her leadership skills through the Society of Women Engineers, the Student Advisory Board for the Mechanical and Biomedical Engineering Department, the Peer Ambassador Program, and the Learning Assistant Program. The Honors College provided her with an opportunity to travel abroad and study a topic beyond her STEM major, which also provided her with a global perspective. Exercising her civic responsibility has helped her to recruit kids into STEM, build modified power cars for children with cerebral palsy, and empower females to pursue STEM careers. Research like Herc Fellowship and academic scholarships from generous donors served as a catalyst for her to navigate the higher education landscape. Boise State University expanded her ability to think outside the boundaries of a single field. Know more, do more, become more. Her journey at Boise State will continue to further amplify her purpose in service to our students and community, creating more inclusive and diverse opportunities for all.
It's been quite an experience to be a Bronco as a faculty member.
7 on the trigger. Or make the 5 on the trigger. 1:50 to go. Straight away 3. It's good. We're tied. Ellie Warner, ring it up. Warner being an excellent shooter.
Do you like it here at Boise State? Are you a big fan?
Yeah, right now I'm embracing everything Boise State has to offer, like athletics and academics, and I have a lot of students in the basketball, football, and gymnastics, and they're awesome rock stars, and it's really inspiring to see them. Being an athlete is a full-time job, and also they're students, and then I try to kind of bring that in to other students and also inspire them to say that you could do it.
Less than a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Aztecs have done a great job to get back into it, and Warner gets it in 1.
Go!
And congratulations again to each of these student leaders. Our final category for student awards for this graduating class is the Outstanding Mechanical Engineer. This is typically awarded to a single student that's demonstrated a wide range of skills, from scholarship through leadership, activities related to student clubs and organizations, as well as hands-on skills that really form the foundation for being an outstanding engineer. I am proud to present this year's Outstanding Mechanical Engineering Award to Shelby McNeely. Congratulations.
As I look back on these past 4 years of my life, I can't even begin to express how proud I am to be a part of the Spring 2020 graduating class. Not only did we survive our time here at college, we are also among the first to experience a virtual end to our undergraduate careers. While I know for many of us this is not the celebration that we had in mind, between the cancellation of our commencement ceremony, the complete switch to online learning, the loss of jobs, well, it sucks. But we will prevail. If anything, our future employers will be glad to know that we have mastered the art of conducting online Zoom meetings. But more importantly, that we are capable of adjusting to even the most trying of situations. This last month alone has given us such a unique story to tell. But it doesn't mean that we all share the same story. I, for one, walked onto campus not even knowing how to define the career of engineering. Yet here I am about to graduate with a degree in mechanical engineering and a minor in applied mathematics. I have spent the last 4 years attending college in my home state, able to continue to compete with my horses, riding dirt bikes on the weekends, spending time with friends and family, reestablishing the Baja SAE team here on campus, really just trying to be as involved in everything as I possibly could. A story so unique, just like your own. While each and every one of us have our own paths to forge to bigger and brighter futures, there is one thing that will always bind us together. We all bleed blue. Forever, we are Broncos. Congratulations to Boise State University's Spring 2020 graduating class. Here's to the next chapter.
And congratulations again to Shelby McNeely and all of our other outstanding award winners for this graduating class. This has been a wonderful achievement, and you should be very proud of the work that you put in for the last 4 years. As we conclude this awards presentation, I do want to acknowledge another student award that occurred at the university level. The Top 10 Scholars Award is awarded to 10 students across the entire university that have excelled in scholarship and leadership and student activities, as well as community service, a very wide, broad range of skills. And this prestigious award was awarded to one of our mechanical engineering graduates this year in this graduating class. And I want to acknowledge Kaylee Novich and honor her accomplishment.
We are survivors of the snow apocalypse of 2017. Oh, and in case you've forgotten, that was the winter 4 years ago where Boise was trapped in 16 inches of snow. And we would get so excited for those snow days as if we were kids again on Christmas morning. But we soon realized that that winter was a rarity, and you're lucky if you get a snow day at all during college. But anyway, during the spring semester of 2017, I took a programming class at 7:30 in the morning in the computer science building downtown. And each morning that first half of the semester, I felt like an Arctic explorer, making my journey from Taylor Hall to the Student Union building to catch my sled, or in this case, the shuttle. That semester made many of us contemplate the pros and cons of whether or not we should go to class. But despite the weather being so cold we couldn't feel our faces, we continued to go to class. We were driven, we were survivors. And for the next few years, we continued to survive, even if it meant we had to miss the next episode of The Bachelor because we had to get that group project done. We made it Broncos because we believed in ourselves. We had friends and family that supported us. And we went to a university that strives on building a civil and nurturing environment. After today, graduates, you will still be a Bronco, bleeding blue and never forgetting the powerful skills you learned while being at this university. Now, graduates, I ask you to keep on surviving wherever life takes you next. We are the beginning of a new decade. We are the class of 2020. You got this. We got this. Thank you.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Mechanical Engineering Department, I want to congratulate each of these outstanding students again. Thank you for your commitment to the field of mechanical engineering, as well as the mechanical engineering program here at Boise State University. And we look forward to continuing this relationship going forward. And we also look forward to all the amazing accomplishments that you have in your future.
Hello, class of 2020. My name's Tyler French, and I'm a computer science major from Tualatin, Oregon. I'm proud to present the 286 students eligible for bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degrees in the College of Engineering.
Thank you to our College of Engineering student marshal, Tyler French. Congratulations to you, Tyler, and to all of our 286 graduates. My heartfelt congratulations to all of you for this stellar achievement. Certainly the class of 2020 will be known for their resilience and agility in navigating our current environment, which requires even this ceremony to be virtual. Thank you for your commitment and hard work. I would especially like to recognize our 4 top 10 scholars for their outstanding academic achievement. Tonglin Tanya Liu, Electrical Engineering. Daniele Mora, Computer Science. Kendra Noneman, Materials Science and Engineering. And Kaylee Novick, Mechanical Engineering. I would also like to congratulate our undergraduate research scholars and our engineering ambassadors, who for the first time will be wearing cords to celebrate their work. Graduates, my best wishes for your future endeavors. Stay in touch, stay healthy, and go Broncos!
Good afternoon. This is Don Plumley again, and I want to share some thoughts at this special point in time for our graduates. I'm going to try to keep it short. This is not my favorite format in terms of speaking online, but I also want to keep the focus centered on the students and their special time in their lives and their family and friends. So thank you all for being here. And what an amazing path that you guys have traveled over the last several years. It's been such an incredible journey, and I know the faculty and staff in the department have really enjoyed being a part of that special time of your lives. I did want to ask you to take a minute and think back, several years, 4 or 5, however many years, back when you were a freshman and you were just starting out in college. And it was a challenging time. It was interesting. Things were happening. Perhaps you were leaving the comforts of your home, leaving your family. Maybe you're missing some of your old friends at the time, and you had the challenges of making some new friends. You're learning how to live on your own. Maybe you had to learn how to do your own laundry and pick up after yourself and those types of things. Maybe get your own groceries, whatever the case may be. You were also choosing a challenging major like mechanical engineering, and I'm glad that you did. Thank you. You're thinking, maybe can I afford it? And maybe even, is it worth it? Is it worth the investment? And I hope at this point that you also think, yes, it was. And maybe also think about what you were feeling around that time in your life. Were you scared or not? Maybe you weren't. Were you confident in yourself or not? Maybe were you even concerned? Is this, like you said, is this the right path? Was your path clearly laid out in front of you or not? And maybe think about what is the kind of advice that you might give to that person from back a few years ago. What would you say? I think that perhaps you might say, hey, be strong. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Trust those abilities. It's okay. It's okay to be scared of what's happening. You might even say, hey, you've got this. You can do it. You've got this. That's all great advice, and it's easy to say sitting here where you are now, looking back and thinking, hey, that was that scared freshman or that scared college student. It's going to be okay. You can look back and you can think about it from where you sit now, and you have that perspective. There was a point in the semester, it wasn't that long ago, we certainly a couple months ago, we had the onset of this pandemic response, when we were able to discuss some of the things that we could do to make this experience maybe better than just sitting and being scared. And one of the things that I mentioned, I wrote a short little note about some of the things that you could do, and one of the things was find an opportunity to become comfortable with this uncertainty. And at the time, I thought that was a good statement. It seemed like an appropriate thing at the time. And then in thinking about it later, I realized that I reflected back on something that I'd remembered somebody named Gentry Lee, who is he's a JPL systems engineer, chief engineer for, I believe, the planetary systems group there. He was one of the chief engineers on the Mars rover and a few other missions, pretty spectacular missions that required quite a bit of engineering, quite a bit of innovation, and a lot of uncertainty. And one of his statements that I remember was one of the characteristics, the defining characteristics of being a strong systems engineer and engineer in general is just becoming comfortable with that uncertainty. And you can think about it from his world and that perspective. He had a lot of uncertainty. You're going to Mars, you have no idea what you're going to find there. You have no idea what challenges are going to pop up. That is an incredible amount of uncertainty. And so that really struck a chord with me. And it certainly he said that, and there was not all this other stuff going on. And then, again, about a week ago, we had our outstanding ME mechanical engineering alum for this year, 2020. His name is Sean Brown. He gave a seminar at our Inspire Me seminar it was online, it was last week. And he and he's also the president of Recluse here in Boise. He's had a very wonderful career after being a graduate of our programs back in probably around 2003. Um, he mentioned as well, one of the qualities of an effective engineer was becoming comfortable with uncertainty. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting because there's all these different places where it's coming together and sort of presenting itself as this thing. And I got to thinking, why is that important for a strong engineer, to be a strong engineer? And I got to thinking, and our world is much more complex than some of the textbook problems that you've been challenged with over the years. And it's never well defined. The world's never well defined. Uncertainty is just an ever-present characteristic of the world that we live in, and we're always going to be faced with it in some form or another. And so, just think all that time that you were suffering through those thermodynamic quizzes and exams in my class and maybe some others. It was never about the thermodynamics, never. It was really about learning how to be comfortable with that uncertainty and understand, not knowing what's going to be on the exam and not, how are you going to solve that problem, and how do you become an effective problem solver, and how do you deal with that uncertainty? Those are the things that you take with you. Now you live in this new place of uncertainty. You're going to graduate in a few hours now, and you're going to be moving on to new challenges in your lives, and at some point a very uncertain future right now. I mean, just because we just don't know. You don't know where you're going to be in 5-10 years. It's there's a lot of things out there that could happen. There's also obviously this worldwide pandemic, lots of unprecedented concerns about health, our family and our friends. I don't think anybody could have ever predicted that something like this would be the case when you graduated. It's such a unique circumstance, and it's causing a lot of impacts on the job market, employment opportunities, the graduate school, wherever your path is, potentially leading. So you definitely probably have this incredible amount of uncertainty that is beyond what most people have faced at this point in time. So go back to that same advice that you gave to yourself and think about it. Be strong at this point. Believe in yourself and trust in your ability to be able to be successful going forward. It is also okay to be scared. And you've got this. You've got this too. You've definitely got this. This is an opportunity to go forward and face that uncertainty and make it the best thing that it could ever have been. So congratulations and good luck in your future. And also, just as I conclude, stay in touch with your mechanical engineering family here at Boise State University, the faculty, the staff, the friends that you've made. We think of you as our family, and we want you to be a part of that family for the rest of your life. So please, we want to hear back from you. 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, come back. Tell us how you're doing. Tell us what's going on. Maybe come back for grad school. There's a lot of opportunities here, but even just letting us know when you have success, you get to a job, you get to a position where you're a leader or director in engineering, and you have the opportunity to hire a graduate in 5 or 10 years, where they're sitting where you are today. Take that opportunity, make a difference down the road, and it will be continuing an amazing journey that you're starting today. So again, congratulations.